Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. What's up, everybody? Good evening to everybody who's watching right now. Good evening. What a day. What a day. What a day. We got quite a interesting show for you guys this evening. There's a lot going on. Obviously, as you guys know, because you guys went through it with me, there was a very big announcement, historical announcement that was made in Minneapolis today. Derek Chauvin has been found guilty on all counts, y'all. He's looking at jail time. He's looking at prison time for a long time, and it's a wonderful thing. I'm just going to be straight honest with you about that. I am super excited and super happy about it. But, before we get into everything and jump into phone calls and all that stuff, we got our girl, Breon, in the house. How you doing, sweetheart? Can you hear? I can't hear you. Oh, there we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now. How you doing, sweetheart?
I had you on because it's loud here. How's everyone doing?
Everybody's so far everybody's starting to file in. So far. So what is the energy down there? What is the energy out there in the streets of Minneapolis?
So I'm going to try to I'm just turning the camera around for you all.
Sure. So what are we seeing here?
So right now we are outside. So the government center is here where the trial took place. And so now everyone is gathered. We just did like a several block march. And so we've kind of come back to the spot where everyone had initially gathered. They had the Shika or Aztec dancers. And right now they're just giving speeches. We're chanting. It's a little bit quiet now. We're at the back of the crowd, so it's hard for me to hear. I'm in the back because I'm on my tricycle because walking is a little bit difficult, but that's where we are now. If you'd like, I can get a couple people around to talk.
I would love that. That would be amazing. Okay. We would love that.
Okay. Well, first, I'll start with folks I know that are near me. So
sure.
Just one moment.
This is dope. Exclusive. Thank you to Breon. Real talk. Thank you to Lady Justice for doing this, making this all happen. You know what I'm saying? This is really amazing.
Okay. So I have some folks here.
Yes. Hello.
Y'all want to just say your first name? Kind of tell us what you're here supporting. This is the Pascal Show.
Hi, the first name is Deb. I'm a member of AFSCME. I work at Hennepin County right here in the county that has been seeing the brutal murders of young and older Black men. And I'm here today to celebrate a victory, but it's just one victory because there are so many lost lives in Minnesota at the hands of killer cops. But today is a day of victory and a day of celebration.
Absolutely.
Because Derek Chauvin, as we know, was declared guilty, and we knew all along he was guilty. And so he's going to jail. And I hope he stays there a very long time.
Thank you. We'll move on to our next person here.
Okay.
If you want to state your name, and I'll show off your sign there.
Hi, I'm Eve. I also work for Hennepin County, and I'm here to demand justice, to support the revolution, to deconstruct white supremacy, and to celebrate the victory of Derek Chauvin going to jail and being found guilty, and just here in solidarity and really want an end to this injustice.
That's incredible. Hey, quick question for you. Did she disappear?
No. What's your question?
Yeah. What's the energy like out there in the streets right now?
What's the energy like?
The energy is empowering. It is. There's a lot of excitement. We're here in solidarity. It feels great to be in community to celebrate this victory, and yeah, feels good.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get a couple more folks here.
Sure. It's very exciting, y'all. Some really, really cool stuff. You know what I mean? Like I said, Lady Justice is out here. You know what I'm saying? She's out there in the streets of Minneapolis right now, making this thing happen. You know what I mean?
All right. Pascal,
Hello.
we have an actor here. What questions do you have?
Well, where were you? Were you out here in the streets when you found out the verdict, or were you at home?
Where were you when the verdict hit today?
I was talking to my amazing coworker who just got promoted. She's a Black woman, St. Paul raised. She just got a full-time job. Tracy Johnson, she won an award today, and I was calling her to tell her about the youth worker shout out she was receiving. And then she told me, and I just was like thinking, because she said, you know, I'm trying to keep my tears together for the kids that she was doing youth work with. And so she had told me. So she had called. So she told me, and I was driving.
That's very, very cool. That's very cool. So what made you come down here? What made you come down there today?
Well, I've been going to protest for over a decade as someone who just understands that racism will continue to divide the worker labor movement. And I am sick of my neighborhood, Frogtown, represent St. Paul, Minnesota, the 55103. And I understand very clearly that the police notch up terrorism, and then folks suffer from the symptoms of poverty. And then we notch up police terror, and then people suffer from the symptoms of poverty. And then what they do is they add tanks. So maybe if you cared as much about your killer cop as you do your, like, disrespect to the National Guard. And I don't think that National Guard with guns and military personnel vehicles make our young people, especially our youth who are from countries where there's been U.S. occupation, having military personal vehicles with machine guns and National Guard does not make anyone feel safer. So I'm here because of historic race and classism and a real understanding that if working class people are not in solidarity against like capitalism and bad bosses and fake witty progressives, we're not going to get anywhere. So that's why I'm here as a white lady.
Right on. Well, I appreciate you, showing up because, the one thing that we can all do is at least show up. You know what I'm saying? Show up in solidarity. So I appreciate you coming out and representing.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
All right. So I'm just going to keep it on here. Got some friends trying to help me find some other folks. So I'm going to put it on mute as you continue to talk.
Sure. Thank you. So, yeah, as we're seeing right now, just this, this is just right here, right there in the middle of the streets of Minneapolis right now. Lady Justice or Brion is showing us how people are together. They are peacefully gathering in rejoicing over this whole situation.
Okay, I have someone else for you.
Hey, Graham.
Here. Dan.
Yeah. What would you like to ask me?
So, Pascal, what do you want to know?
Let's see. How long have you been out there? Have you been out there before protesting as well, or is this your first time out showing up for these for this celebration?
Okay, so have you been out protesting, or is this your first time showing up protesting?
I live nearby here, and I was texting a friend who was like, if I was down there, I would go check it out to see just the energy and the relief and everyone being together and talking about some bit of justice. And so I just walked on down. I was like, you're right. I need to come down and see this. It's history. I'm going to tell my grandkids about this, my kids about this. And I was here, and I'm glad I came down.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very cool,
That's
man.
right. That was another one. That was Dan there.
Right on. Right on. Yeah. Very. A lot of people are happy out there. A lot of happy people, which is very, very cool. And like I said, shout out to Lady Justice Brion for going out there and, just doing what she's doing and showing us right there. People are rejoicing right now. People are in the middle. People are busy just being happy. And I feel like a lot of us, a lot of the country, once the verdict was revealed, was announced, I feel like the entire country, maybe even the world, I feel like we all exhaled, like one big sigh of relief. Finally we could just kind of chill. You know what I'm saying? And, for the most part, that this chapter, at least this chapter, is starting to close and it's starting to end in on a high note. You know what I'm saying? Like we're starting to close this chapter in a very positive way. You know what I mean? Of course, like I said in my very emotional live stream a few hours ago, this is just the beginning. We are nowhere near done. But this is one victory out of many battles that we have to approach and deal with. And it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. But as you can see, everybody's out there, showing up, representing. Hey, Lady Justice, what's good?
Hey. No, so some folks are here just planning maybe to go grab some food.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm kind of hungry.
I don't blame you. I
rushed out to get out here. You should have seen how much I sweat. And biking and stuff is a lot of work.
Yeah. I believe that. Well, hey, Brion, thank you so much for giving us a little, eye view on what's going on over there, and just be safe out there, okay?
Absolutely. I'll get some pictures and stuff, see if I can record some stuff for you,
Please.
for all you all, and I'll touch base later.
Okay, cool.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye. I do appreciate her coming in and doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? And being a part of the conversation and everything. That was very, very cool. It's nice to see people rejoicing instead of people just angry as hell right now. It is very nice to breathe a little bit. And like I said, just rejoice and be happy and just take a breath. Take a deep breath and exhale and just, okay. Things are going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. You know what I'm saying? Sad thing is there's still men and women that are becoming hashtags every 5 minutes, it seems like. So just because we have a Derek Chauvin convicted does not mean that there aren't other Derek Chauvins driving out there in the streets, pulling people over and shooting and gunning people down or putting their knees on people's necks. It ain't over yet, y'all. Like I said, it's the beginning. You know what I mean? It's just the beginning. But I got my boy T in the house. What's up, man? What's good? Got my boy T in the house. What's good, man? How you doing? You're on mute.
What's up, Pascal? What's up, fam? What's going on?
What's up with it, man? What's up with it, man? How you living, man? You know what I'm saying?
Just digesting the world's events slowly.
Yes. I feel you.
To get emotional about anything anymore. Just try to just stay balanced because it's scary to think about leaving your home and encountering somebody who has hate in their heart. So it's tough. I mean, if you let it consume you, it could really change your life. So I'm trying not to take too much of it inside of myself. But it's hard. But it is hard because we're human. But I'm trying my best to just continue to have conversations with people and dialogues with people in safe spaces about things that are happening. But everyone isn't ready for that. Some people are ready, to show, their emotions in unhealthy ways, and I'm trying to be the opposite if I can, for sure.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, it's a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, it's been. Excuse me. I how do I say this? It's been almost a year because May 25th will mark the 1 year anniversary of George Floyd's death, and so I'm with you on that fully. But I know that for what I saw when I first saw the video, and still even like I only saw it once or twice, in the past, right? Because I saw it firsthand, then I saw it live on the show. And of course, those kind of images still just stay ingrained in your mind. You just never forget it. But when they did their opening statements in the trial, and they played that video of him dying, again, his murder. We can actually say that it's a murder now. With ease, we can say that it's a murder now. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Now, it still hit me. Like, it hit me still the same way as if I seen it for the first time. Mm-hmm. It still got me emotional. It still upset me, And I think that's okay. Just like when the verdict was announced, I mean, I wept. I don't think I've ever wept in a really long time. And it was right here on camera. And I think that's okay too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
that's healthy.
There's going to be guys, out there that are going to, like, man up, G. Man up, G. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They're going to do the Cuba Gooding Jr. cry, boys in the hood cry, just chin out, chest out. You know what I mean? There's going to be that too, or you're just going to crumble like I just did. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole year. Almost a year, 11 months, close to 11 months. We're 5 days short of 11 months, but it was 11 months of tension, frustration, the feeling of the feeling of just being lost, and not feeling like that anything's going to work out, the negative. And then suddenly we get this verdict. And it was almost like a weight, one small grain of sand of weight lifted off my shoulders. And it just felt like everything to me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what the rest of the nation, the rest of the world that is keeping their eyes on this too, I feel like a lot of them felt the same way, I mean, we're going to talk about the opposite side here in a second because it is joyous. No, we're going to talk about the opposite side, baby. We are going to talk about the opposite side. But sometimes you got to have that visceral experience, or sometimes you got to have that visceral, guttural reaction to something. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important that we are still in touch with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, controlling your feelings and, finding balance and all that. Sometimes losing control helps you find balance, right? Sometimes letting that feeling out of crying, just get that thing, sometimes that's what needs to come out so that you can move on towards that balance. You see what I'm saying? It like I said, it's that feeling that weight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's natural to cry. I mean, the problem is for those who don't cry.
Right.
Those are the ones you have to worry about because they usually
mm-hmm.
show their emotions in a way that's maybe violent or a way that's that's scary. So crying is natural.
Yeah.
That's awesome to do. It takes a real man really to cry, especially on live camera because that's vulnerability.
Jesus.
That some men or some people generally view as weaknesses. But vulnerability is actually the opposite of being weak. It's really courageous to show your emotions in a way where it's opening up yourself as being human.
Yeah.
And without mistakes.
Yeah. And, but yeah, like I said, I mean, with this particular situation, because I don't know George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him at all, but I do feel like I know him because he represents myself. He represents you, T. He represents so many. My dad, I mean, R.I.P. But my cousins, my nephew, my niece. You know what I mean? My nephews. My brother-in-laws. You know what I mean? That he represents more than just him. And the fact that there was so much ridicule, so much judgment and preconceived notions of who he was and what was in his system and what wasn't in his system and how he used to be a porn star and how he had the gun against a pregnant woman's belly and all these things, the Candace Owens videos and all this stuff. But go ahead.
That part about the pregnant woman wasn't even clarified or validated at all.
Still to this day, people are still saying that.
That's somebody threw out there.
Yeah.
He did rob somebody. It was a woman. It was a woman, but we don't know if she was ever pregnant or not. And that pretty much seasons the hate even more because you throw in things that are like despicable. You go, this person should be vilified. It should never be held up on a pedestal. Yeah. And that's what those people who are considered agents of chaos, their job is to put out their disinformation in the beginning. So that way you can focus on the negative of the person who was victimized and not on the negative of the person who was being the offender. And that's what those people do all the time. I mean, that's their tactics this is like, for them, it's chess. So they already, we've seen this with Ahmaud Arbery, earlier last year.
We ain't even done with that.
Right. They label him automatically a lot of things. And that's a way of giving benefit of the doubt to the officers or the cops or whoever it was who killed the people as being, no, they did this because they're better people. They're virtuous people. Yeah. The person that they killed, they had it coming. They had a bad lifestyle. They were trash.
Oh yeah.
And that's unfortunate because we don't know the whole story. No. But these portraits are painted for us, via social media and via the media, and people just cling to what we're given. But we have to do due diligence, and we have to do our own research and see, what we want to know about both parties before we decide on which side to jump on.
Yeah, and that's what sucks because we live in such a polarizing world where people can't even there's a certain side of the world that can't even just look at a situation, look at a video, look at what happened, and see that it points towards something that's not right, and they automatically get blind at the idea of the act because of what the man is wearing. Straight up, the man on top. We talking about Chauvin. If that guy was in plain clothes and he was a regular ass dude and he did what he did, right? Would there be such an uproar about this? Probably not. But because he was a man of blue, because he was a man standing behind a shield, automatically what he's doing is just. Automatically what he's doing is okay. And that's why we were sitting there, biting our nails, scared out of our minds, wondering, oh crap, what's going to be the verdict? Me crying like a little baby, because the reaction was such a surprise and so guttural that it kind of, if you step back and you look at that, it makes you realize, oh my God, like, bro, this sucks. That we are there. We're at that point. That even so, we're joyous. Like I said, you know, I cried. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm going, we're here. We're here. We were all sitting here like terrified, wondering if if he was going to be guilty. We were all nervous and scared that he was not going to be found guilty. We're all sitting here going, oh my God, Minneapolis is going to be on fire. That place is going to be the very foundation in which that town is even, that city is even built on will be burnt to the core, right? To the very foundation of it. Because we don't know. Because we're used to them going, not guilty on all accounts. We're used to that. That's the world we live in, y'all.
I was going to add on to that. You made a good point because many people aren't talking about what happened in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
In 2017, actually, when there was a Muslim cop who's also from African nation who immigrated here, and he mistakenly shot and killed an Australian woman who lived or was visiting America. This happened in Minneapolis in 2017. Mm-hmm. His name was Muhammad Noor, Officer Muhammad Noor, and he was actually charged and convicted and sentenced at a fairly quickly rate in comparison to the reverse races. You know, so him being Muslim and being African or black descent or maybe Arab, and him killing a white woman in Minneapolis, the same city we're talking about now, quote unquote by accident, by shooting her as she ran up to the police car after she called for help. He shot her, and we don't really know why, and she died. Mm-hmm. And to see the reaction of the public, and the reaction of the justice system to come down to him so quickly, in comparison to what we saw take about a year on George Floyd's behalf, it's interesting to compare those two cases in the same city, opposite races, and to see how swiftly things were done against Muhammad Noor. He was automatically not defended.
Oh yeah,
not at all. It was no more like, oh, back to boy in blue. You found out he killed somebody that was a certain background and that he didn't fit the stereotypical protection. His badge only went so far. I'll say that.
They washed their hands clean to the dude. They said,
really quickly.
Yeah. What's his name? Oh, we don't. We have no association with that guy. We don't even know what you're talking about. Who's that? Again? Come again? That's literally what happened. You know what I mean? Yeah. Doesn't matter how long he was there. But that's funny.
I think the skin trumps the actual badge. I'll say as well.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But that's what is so crazy. You got a guy, plain clothes, let's just say, on top of another guy. Let's just throw out the idea that he's even black. This would be a close, open and closed case. Mm-hmm. It would.
Yeah, that's true.
Guilty. Do you see what he did? That's guilty. But because he's wearing a badge and because he's a white man kneeling on top of a black man who has speedballs in his system and all this stuff, like he didn't even have the legal amount, y'all. And mother lovers were out here trying to say some stuff, making it seem like, oh, he was on speedballs and he was all this crazed out and he was so cracked out and blah, blah, blah. Do you know he used to do porn? Do you know that he had a gun and he put it towards a pregnant woman's body? He didn't even do any of that stuff. There's no proof of that. There's no proof of it being a pregnant woman. Let me just say that. No proof. But they'll sit there and go, he had speedballs and he was already ODing when he hit the ground. He was already gonna die. He was gonna die in the back of the squad car if he got in the squad car. Seriously, I'm sorry. Do you realize that this is 11 months? You know what I'm saying? And I say that dramatically because it's been 11 months of this BS. Anytime I put up a video with Derek Chauvin's name in it or George Floyd in it, there was a good solid months that I would have people come in and start saying all kinds of racist stuff and all this kind of jargon and blah, blah, blah. I mean, seriously. And all they would say is, well, the fentanyl. And it's like, bro, just shut up. You don't know. You're just hearing this. You read something somewhere, or you heard this from 17 other conservative commentators, and you're just spouting out the same crap, y'all. Think for yourselves. They say, "Oh, you guys are still on you're still on the plantation, your damn plantation." And then I'm going, well, okay, if you're a free thinking person, then look up the ish. Then when they prove positive, they show it. They throw it out there. We see it in court. They put it out. They even do PowerPoints, bruh. They brought out the special effects. They brought out they brought graphics. You know what I'm saying? Highlighted everything. You know what I'm saying? Proof positive. Still people are going, well, he had speedballs in his system. Fentanyl. What? Not even enough. Not even enough for him to OD. And yet people are still going, well, he had the fentanyl. Nope. Doesn't matter. Not enough. He's a big dude. That wasn't enough to take him out. Not enough.
And don't forget, he was already saying he can't breathe before he got into the police car or something like that. They were saying.
Yeah, they were saying something like that. Then, actually, the funny thing is that they show more angles, and that's funny how they didn't show any of that all those extra angles. They didn't show none of that dish. They didn't show none of that. So everybody else is sitting there looking at that one video or the reports, the autopsy, the coroner reports of blah 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 saying fentanyl, and they're just looking at the neon neck video, and that's it. And the other part where the cop initially goes up to him, pulls out his gun, gangster style, sideways, basically kind of going, get out the car. Okay, so you got that part. But other than that, everyone's just writing on this other information that's complete horse-ish. Complete horse-ish. All hearsay. So then when they show the actual thing, the other angles of the video, he says, like somehow he rolls in, we're back at it again. So he's in the back seat of the car. He's sitting there going, okay, hold up. Let me just take 3 seconds. Let me just count to 3 and then I'll go in. Let me just count to 3, I'll go in. Somehow he rolls over, like flips over, gets on the other side of the car, right? And his chest is up against he's outside of the car. His feet are on the ground, but his chest is still up against the chair of the back seat of the car. And he's trying to talk to them, and he says, I can't breathe. I just had COVID. I can't breathe. Then he's like, just give me a minute. Let me just take a couple deep breaths. Let me just get a couple breaths. Let me just get on the ground. Something. They throw him on the ground, and the rest is history. But he was saying something along the lines of like, he was hyperventilating, for crying out loud. He's freaking out. I mean, fentanyl. It's the fentanyl. Well, there wasn't enough. There wasn't a legal dose. There was not enough in his system for it to be a lethal dose. Many, many professionals came up and showed up and said that stuff. And yet still, people are sitting here angry as hell. Now, what I find very funny is that there's all these, this is what I was going to say, the other side. The other side of the world finding out about this information. People are very angry. People are very angry about this on the other side of the world. Because apparently they believe that this dude can't do no wrong. Chauvin didn't do no wrong. Chauvinistic. Chauvin did no wrong. Yet you see what he did. You see what he did, and I've said it a million times. What if that was your brother? What if that was your loved one on the bottom end of that knee, receiving that same thing? Would you automatically go, well, he's a cop. It was allowed. He was resisting arrest. It was the fentanyl. Would you still think that was just? Probably not. But there's other guys out here. Yeah, the police officers broke his nose while he was in the car. Yep. Allegedly, his nose was broken in the back seat of the car before he got flipped over on the other side to then all of a sudden get on the ground and then get basically snuffed out. Real talk. So, Black Lady Jane, thank you so much for that added information. But if you look at all the other people, all the other guys out here, you got the other commentators that are feeling some type of way. About this information. You got, I was checking out, wait. Sorry. I wonder if Pascal knows. You wonder if I know what? Repeat whatever it was that you said, because I'm not seeing it. Games and gossip. Go ahead and repeat that, because I don't know if what you say. I wonder what.
I think he was referring to Officer Sicknick from the Capitol Police. That a report came out yesterday or the day before that he died from natural causes. He had 2 strokes. Yeah. The day following the Capitol attacks. And that they cannot prove that any of the toxic chemicals used from the mace, whatever the Capitol insurgents used, caused his death.
Okay. So I heard about the two strokes, but I thought that he had the 2 strokes during what happened in January, because we can't say the titles anymore just because we don't want to get banned no more. So, but I did not know that about. Or I did know that piece about Sicknick, but I didn't know he had 2 strokes beforehand. That's information that I find very fascinating. But back to this conversation, you see these other people here. Yes, the January erection. Yes, the massive erection in January. Yes, because I can't say the other thing, apparently. I don't know what I can't say. So I might as well just, anything that rhymes with that. It rhymes with erection. So we're going to go with it. So, the thing is you got, or infection, the massive infection. That's a good one too. So, so anyway, you see all these other people out here that are responding to the news, and they're so angry. A lot of them are really, really angry about this, flipping out, full on flipping out. You look at the facts. You look at the things that are all laid out, that the prosecution did a very good job. I've been saying that. They came in with such great information. They laid it out. You know what I'm saying? 0 F's given. They were just like, here's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Oh, if that's not enough, we're going to bring in witnesses too. And another one, and another one, and some of the people that are in the department with him, and another one. And another, you want more? I got more. And another one. And you know what I'm saying? Back to back to back. For a fact, Eric Nelson, the lawyer, the defense, was floundering near the end. He had nothing. Like I said, he was talking about milk and cookies. He was talking about chocolate chip cookies, y'all. Straight up.
I didn't hear that part.
Bro, I'm about to go gospel up in here. You know what I mean? We're talking about cookies, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to show you. I'm gonna show it to you. We're gonna relive that moment. Why not? Because it's funny. I think this is the moment that I feel like this was the moment that everything went in his closing arguments. I got to pull this up, though. Hold up 1 second. Because, like I said, there's a lot of people out here There's a lot of people out here that feel some type of way about this. Like, you got the Tatums, you got the Anthony Brian Logans, you got the Steven Crowders. I would love to show that. I want to show you guys some of that stuff. Because I went and I hopped around. You know what I mean? My mama told me you better shop around. So I did. And I looked around just to see what the conservative world is thinking right now. And all of them, a lot of them, were tripping hard. Flipping out. Straight up flipping out. They're going, oh, it's unfair, blah, blah, blah. This is political. And how is this political, yo? You saw it. You saw with your own two eyes, too. You're telling me this was just? Man, this is how I wonder how people sleep sleep at night, that have these kind of thoughts in their heads, thinking that murder, taking someone's life, is just. I don't see how that works. Personally. I don't see how that works. But here it is. Let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. Because we got to look at this. And I feel, so a lot of us saw it together because I made it very, I was like, what? Everyone saw it. Everyone that was watching it with me saw me react because I said, chocolate chip cookies? I'm not kidding you.
That's crazy. He
literally says, in a criminal case, approaching a criminal case is like ingredients to making chocolate chip cookies. And when you don't have that certain ingredient, well, you can't make chocolate chip cookies no more. I'm just going to let the horse's mouth speak for itself. Like I said, floundering. I don't know exactly where it was, so please forgive me if I hop around a little bit, because this is a very long closing arguments. Okay, it's long. Okay, long. As long as my CVS receipt that I received earlier today. Yeah. Anyway, you thought I was going somewhere else, you dirty dogs. Anyway, let's take a listen to this real quick. Like I said, I'm going to scrub around, try to find it.
The perspective of a doctor with 46 years of medical experience who had 150 hours of...
Wait, hold on.
Every single expert agrees that to this point, to overpower Mr. Floyd's resistance, potentially active aggression...
Come on, where you at? It's near the beginning of his spiggity speech.
Standard. Clear and convincing evidence is the next standard. And the third standard is proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
Okay, somewhere around
and
here.
And the way we lawyers
sidecar, we back at it. I'm sorry.
What these three standards mean is through the scales of justice, right? The scales of justice equally balanced.
Yes, and this grain of sand.
When you apply the standard
of
the preponderance of the evidence, it's also called the scintilla of the evidence. A single grain of sand.
There it is.
Tips the scale.
Somewhere around here, y'all. Just ride with me, okay? Ride with me.
And this burden of proof is used in many civil cases. If the state wants to take away your driver's license, for example, that is the burden of proof that the state has in that type of a case.
You can hear this, right?
They have to just ever so slightly convince the finder of fact that their evidence supports their action.
Hold on. It's up here somewhere.
The next standard is clear and convincing evidence. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? It is clear evidence, and it convinces you, the finder of fact, that the action is correct. This is the standard of proof that is used if the state wants to take away your children. Clear and convincing evidence. It tips the scales more in the favor of one party over the other. The highest standard.
Okay, I'm going to try it.
Fanciful and capricious.
Okay, I think it's somewhere around here.
So these two standards, and I'm going to do it too, right? We pick and choose those things that help us make our case and help us argue our case. That's our job as lawyers, is to point out words and phrases within the instructions that make the difference in the case, and to take that evidence and present it to you in such a way that it supports our proposition. That's what we do. That's why you are instructed that if your memories of the evidence is different, that if the judge's law is what applies. But take the time to carefully read the entire instructions.
Here we go. It's right around here. I promise you.
Throughout the course of this trial, you've seen us do this, right? Little snippets. A second here, a second there, a screenshot here, a screenshot there. You need to review the entirety of the evidence in this case during the course of your deliberations as well. And I can tell you that some of the videos that we've seen, they're much longer than what was presented in court. There's additional information, and you're going to see some of that as we go through this case today. So take the time and conduct an honest assessment of the facts of this case, compare it to the law as the judge instructs you, and the entirety of the law. That's why the instructions tell you, consider the instructions as a whole.
Come on, it's got to be... Come on.
I've told you that lawyers like to present evidence that favors them, right? But we have to be intellectually honest about the evidence we have level. How could he have been asphyxiated? Teller occurred while
this is going to drive me nuts.
I try to explain use of force, which a reason. You have heard from numerous experts, police use of force experts, the training department from of the location of arrest, security, keeping the scene, the person, consideration, because again, this is a dynamic and ever-changing business. But a citizen of the or something else business, but a citizen of the this is
going to drive me nuts.
Is often, or what she told you was that 2010-08 backed up 320 into and factor into passive resistance. Look at the size.
This is angry.
Describe this. You can see right at about minute. It's not reflected in.
It's somewhere in here.
No. And the proper analysis starts with what did the officers, or what would a reasonable officer know at the time of dispatch? Well, these are records that are kept. They've been introduced.
Damn it! This is gonna drive me nuts. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can. I keep wondering if somebody actually pulled that out, because it just seems so ridiculous for him not to have that. It's like, you just said chocolate chip cookies? What are you talking about? What does this have anything to do with the case? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to show this article because it says it right here. Derek Chauvin's defense focuses on reasonable doubt in a closing argument that compares the murder case to baking cookies. Yeah. So the defense attorney for the defense attorney for fired Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin on Monday urged jurors to focus on any reasonable doubt between the prosecution witnesses' testimony in the murder case. In his closing argument, Eric Nelson asked jurors to consider the circumstances Chauvin had to assess when approaching George Floyd on the day of his death. He said dispatchers asked Chauvin to get to the scene quickly, that Floyd was large and likely intoxicated. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. The former officer charged, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. The criminal case is kind of like baking chocolate chip cookies, Nelson said. You have to have all the necessary ingredients. You've got to have flour and sugar and butter and chocolate chips and whatever else goes into those chocolate chip cookies. If you have all those ingredients, make chocolate chip cookies. If you're missing any single ingredient, you can't make chocolate chip cookies. Yeah.
Is that his analogy?
That was his analogy. That was his analogy
for why Chauvin didn't actually kill George.
Basically, he was trying to say that you need to take all the pieces of information. You need to take the full story. You need to take the full account of everything. And he was saying in the very beginning, we listened to some of the video. He's saying, oh, you need to, you're only getting a piece of a video here. You're taking a piece of a video there. You need to have everything before you can make a full chocolate chip cookie.
Right.
That's literally what he's basically saying. You need all the ingredients so that the end result is beyond a reasonable doubt, or there is reasonable doubt that Chauvin is not guilty, that he did not kill. You see what I'm saying?
But from what my understanding was that Chauvin didn't have to be seen as 100% killing George. From what I understood by the law was that he had to partake in contributing to the death of George Floyd. So if the narcotics plus George's health plus Chauvin's excessive force as a combination killed George Floyd, then Chauvin's still guilty. That's how I understood at least the law in that state. But as a defense attorney, he should already know the law, and to the full extent, his client played a huge role. But if not, in his case, at least a partial role in the death of George Floyd, and that's why he's convicted, because he was part of that quote unquote ingredients of killing George Floyd.
Yeah. See now the thing is to me it is, why would you use that analogy? No, seriously, like of all things, you're comparing murder, the possibility of murder, right, to chocolate chip cookies. See, this is the moment when I wish I could play back the video of how I reacted, because I was just like, what? He said chocolate chip cookies. Now by the way, here's the thing. Even if you had I understand that there's certain elements that you like, the main ingredients, like chocolate chips, you can go without, and you can just make sugar cookies, right? Or you can make very sugary cookies. You can still make cookies without chocolate chips. So I feel like he should have said without the chocolate chips, you can't make literal chocolate chip cookies, right? Or without the butter, you can't make an actual chocolate chip. You can't make an actual cookie, right? I don't even know why we're waxing philosophy on the making of a chocolate chip cookie, but this is literally what he thought in his mind. He literally thought this in his mind.
Yeah. He was fishing.
Oh, he was grasping at straws, baby. Grasping at straws. He clearly was sitting there going, oh, boy. Ooh, I need to backtrack. I need ooh, boy. These guys were good. They came in ready. And now I got to go and like, what am I going to, he's like, hey, honey, as he's putting on his tie in his bathroom, you know what I mean? Looking at himself in the mirror. His wife is probably getting ready for work too, you know, taking care of their 3.5 kids and stuff. And he's just like, hey, baby, I was thinking of this idea. She's like, what's that, honey? You know, she comes up and ever so caress his back, you know, just lovingly, you know what I mean? As he's putting on his tie, looking at himself and her in the mirror, you know what I mean? He's like, I got this idea. Chocolate chip cookies. You know, you have to put all these ingredients in there, right? And if you don't have one, you can't make chocolate chip cookies. What do you think? Is that good for a closing argument? Honey, I think you could do whatever you want if you put your mind to it, baby. And then she runs off after her 3.5 kids. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I'm going to use that. And he just goes off. And he goes in there and he goes, okay. He didn't have it written down, but he had it in his brain. And he's like, you know what? I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Shoot from the hip, everybody. I'm cowboy. This is the Wild Wild West. Shoot from the hip. Milk and cookies. Chocolate chip cookies. And he used that. That's when I said, oh, he's done.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, God bless him. Oh, bless his heart. He's trying so hard. Bless his heart.
He just self-sabotaged his own case.
He really did. He shot himself in the foot.
Yeah.
He shot himself in the foot. Then the other part that was really, really bad, the other part that he shot himself in the foot in, I'm going to tell you. You're like, what is it, Pascal? What could it be? What could it be, Pascal? I'm going to tell you right now. He's like, I moved for a mistrial because some lady said something in the middle of the night somewhere on some YouTube channel at a protest. One of the you know she's a congresswoman, and I just feel like everybody saw it. I call for a mistrial. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man.
I always, wondered how, in cases like this one, how could any defense lawyer, of course, besides the money, formulate a plan to try to defend their client when it's all on camera, multiple cameras, and the act was egregiously done without, there's no benefit of the doubt what was going on. So it had to have been super hard to defend this case.
You want to know?
Because you already know that he lost. I mean, it's right there.
You want to know?
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
I'll tell you. They got into a room. Obviously, the partners got together. They're like, okay, we got this. State is that we gotta represent this Derek Chauvin trial, and they said, okay, everyone pick a straw. Whoever gets the shortest straw has to represent him. And he got it. He's like, shit. See what I'm saying? That's what happened.
Yeah, it's no way you can defend this nonsense.
He's like, shit. That's what happened.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, now I got to figure this out. Okay. Oh boy, now I gotta sit next to this murderer. I mean, this client. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this one out. Oh, I've been wanting to use this analogy with chocolate chip cookies. I can finally use it right now. This is my Perry Mason moment. You know what I'm saying? Chocolate chip cookies. Oh, that's Matlock. Was that Matlock? Was that the theme song? No.
No? Okay.
No, Matlock's like.
Okay, yeah.
It's very, cheesy and walk down the street like this.
Tune-ish. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Chauvin. Yeah.
Matlock looks like literally he looks like a human version of a Shih Tzu. I don't know why he reminds me. I don't know why. He just reminds me of a Shih Tzu.
It was
You
a good
seen
show
Matlock?
growing
Oh,
up.
it was a great show. Man, me and my family, we saw that was like during the summer. That was the thing that we watched all the time. You kidding me? And Perry Mason specials, even the throwbacks of the Perry Masons. I mean, I'm talking about the 19 whatevers in where everything's still in a box, like everything's shot. You know what I mean? Not widescreen and everything's in black and white and stuff. Man, come on now. Perry Mason was the bomb. You know what I mean? Just saying. But Matlock reminded me of a Shih Tzu, like a white, old, white-haired. I'm not saying because he is white. I'm not trying to say white like Caucasian. I'm saying white-haired, old Shih Tzu. Like long-haired Shih Tzu.
Google his face now. Oh my gosh, yes, it's been like years.
We're about to do that, Matlock. We're gonna do this together.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Thank you. Am I wrong? Am I wrong or am I wrong? He reminds
still
me.
alive?
No.
Okay.
No. Him dead.
Andy Griffin.
Andy Griffin.
Yeah, he died in. Let's see.
I mean, hold up.
2012, he died. Okay.
Yeah, him dead. But look, he kind of reminds me of a Shih Tzu. No, nobody. I'm just saying. Look, he looks like a Shih Tzu, like a well-groomed Shih Tzu, well-groomed, long-haired Shih Tzu. I know that sounds weird. Just go with me, guys. Just go with me. Hold on. Now,
like a side-by-side comparison.
You know, Shih Tzu.
You should Google Matlock and Shih Tzu side by side, see what happens.
Oh, why not? I'm sure. How do you spell it?
Yeah,
I think it's like that. I think it's
Chinese
like that.
name.
No Matlock and Shih Tzu. But to me, he reminds me of his. Oh, they're kind of cute and cuddly, aren't they? Look at that.
Oh, you killing me, yo. That's actually pretty accurate, though. That's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse that I got. You know what I'm saying?
Not bad.
You know what I'm saying? Whoops.
Every trivia game, you got to match the celebrity with the animal.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Got Snoop Dogg like a.
Look, and then Perry Mason just looked like he could just. I don't know. He looked like he could just drink you under the table. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd go
hardcore.
out. Oh yeah, no hangovers. Like this is the guy who would never get a hangover, huh?
Eyebrows never moved.
Not never.
Same stern face.
Look at this guy.
Guilty.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Look at this dude. You know what I'm saying? Full on. He looked like the dude who'll drink you under the table, still go to court the very next morning. You know what I'm saying? The very next morning. Not hungover at all. Still go in there and go, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you know, and he have all the facts. And the guy, you know what I mean? And that's why you pulled out your gun and that's why you pulled the trigger. Yes, I did. I just wish he would burn in hell. And then all of a sudden, and then that's the end of the show. And he'd go and drink again. See what I'm saying? He's that guy.
Scotch in his veins.
See what I'm saying? Straight Scotch. You know what I'm saying? Look at that dude. He drinks gasoline, yo. He drinks straight gasoline. This ain't nothing to him, bruh. His body's his insides are made out of steel. Okay.
Badass dude right there.
He just drinks rubbing alcohol, y'all. That's it.
Ooh.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey man, if you really want to get a kick,
I'll put hair on your chest right there.
I'll put some hair on your chest, son. Light it on fire and then take the shot. You know what I'm saying? Boom. You know, Perry Mason was amazing. I loved that show. That was the childhood show during the summers. You know, during the summers, you ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? So the next thing you know, in the morning, when you got nothing to do, you're just sitting there watching this binge watching Perry Mason every day. You know what I'm saying? That was the show.
At grandma's house, right?
Yep, grandma's house.
Come on, boy. Sit here, grandma.
Sit down. Let me watch my stories. You know what I'm saying? You're like, Grandma. And then next thing you know, and you're like, whoa, what's going to happen next? She did it. She did do it. You know what I'm saying? And you always knew, if you were old enough, you already knew who the murderer was. You already knew, y'all. Hold up. Now I got to find out. Now you got me on this whole rabbit hole real quick.
Hey,
Perry Mason theme song. Now you got me because I want to make sure I'm right. Because it's really cheap. Like, Perry Mason's very serious. Matlock's is very, very, very cheesy. I know that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, we got to see this. This is Perry Mason, baby. Raymond Burr. Yep. Hey. Come on. That is classic. You know what? I dare any rap artist or something to remix that track. That would be amazing. I know that sounds stupid as hell. And
Jay-Z would do it.
And no, I know it's 420. I am not high. I swear to God. This is how I usually do my show, guys. Damn. Okay, so I'm high on life right now. Okay. Right. Now, Matlock, hold up. We on this tip right now. See, oh, God bless him.
Mark Jones is hilarious.
What did he say?
I'm convinced our parents might have been a bit slow.
No kidding. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, it is what. Woo. Anyway, let's check this out. See? Cheesy. With his Shih Tzu looking ass in his Colonel Sanders suit. Oh, God. Sorry. Yes. See? It's just cheesy. But the show was great. I enjoyed it a lot. Whatever happened to Linda Pearl? That's what I want to know now. And the black dude. What happened with the black dude with the Scooby-Doo? Oh, God, his hairstyle.
Black dude in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was doing investigations, you know what I'm saying, getting almost killed every episode.
Exactly, all the time. There you go. See, Matlock, baby. Matlock. Okay? That was the jam back in the day. Okay? We really went there.
Sure did.
Don't hate. Anyway, just saying, we had to go a little bit left turn there. Just a little bit. No, I mean, come on now. Those were classics. Oh, and you also had Columbo. But he wasn't really a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And then you had like the Ally McBeals and the LA Law and all the other crap. They just didn't have the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't have the same vibes. You know what I'm saying? I loved that lawyer stuff. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a lawyer because of what I saw on Perry Mason and Matlock. You know what I mean? No, I did not want to be the black dude always trying to die. I got better things to do than try to put myself in that situation and die. But he was always the one in the trouble. Why was he the one that had to risk himself all the damn time? People's Court was hilarious. Golden Girls was a great show, actually. Golden Girls was great, but that was like when I was a kid, I didn't get it. The jokes, because some of those jokes were very, you got the prissy one, you got the dunce, you got the very old woman, and then you got the one that was kind of a floozy. I said floozy. Yes, I said floozy.
Floozy.
I can't really say. Can I say slut? Yeah, sure, I'll say slut. You know what I'm saying? She'd been around the bend and back again.
Experienced.
But that's a whole other conversation.
She was seasoned.
She was very seasoned. Very seasoned. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Mama's Family. It was good. That's Mama's Family.
Mama's Family was great too.
That was
Mama,
awesome. Yeah.
Mama, come on, Mama.
Carol Burnett. Yeah.
Carol Burnett was fantastic. The Carol Burnett,
was a good one.
wasn't there a show? Didn't she have a Carol Burnett show?
Yeah, a different show besides that too. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some great stuff back in the day, man. Some great stuff back in the day.
We had quality television. We did.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If like, imagine sprinkle a little bit of Murder, She Wrote. Like, I didn't really watch, but Rose Hibbert, Rose on Facebook said Murder, She Wrote. I didn't really watch a whole lot of Murder, She Wrote. I know this. Murder, She Wrote. Murder, She Wrote. I know that song.
Good song, yeah.
You know, that's all I know. Do you know what I'm saying? But, you know, give it up. Put it up. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know that show at all. You know what I'm saying? But people love that stuff back in the day. But that's when older people really watched shows, watched TV. Everything started catering towards younger kids as we got older. If you notice, if you notice, everything went, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Didn't go.
Baywatch came out.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, but that was all for the.
Don't get me started with that
swimsuits and the boobs, man. The breastises. That's what that was about.
That was some terrible stuff. Terrible stuff. Terrible stuff. Okay.
When he had 3 channels. Yeah, Social Bobby, right.
So Trista Russell, this is a little bit of a left turn, but they said Trista said, "Whoa, these comments are going fast. It just disappeared on me. Hold on." She said, Pascal, a few hours ago, an Ohio police officer shot and killed a 15-year-old girl who called 911 because girls were trying to jump her. Whoa, she came out with a knife to defend herself.
Yeah, her name was Micaiah.
Micaiah Bryant. Look up Micaiah Bryant. Now, here's the thing. That's something I'm definitely going to talk about tomorrow morning. I know about that story. I just didn't know the details. All I knew was that it was a black girl that got shot and killed in Ohio. And it's crazy because, you know, we're sitting there happy to talk about,
Chauvin.
you know, talking about Chauvin, talking about this, you know, all that. And now we got another story. And also, by the way, I'm going to say this too. You know, of course, didn't mean to go left, but I just saw that, and I don't want Trista to think that I'm not reading Facebook comments as well. But what's sucks is that we have now Dante Wright. So we're not done yet in the Minnesota area. We now have Dante Wright and the death of Dante Wright and this woman, the ex-officer, Kim Potter, that's going to be defending herself. I don't think, okay, I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's going to be that big of a, I do think it's going to be that big of a story. I just don't think that her punishment is going to be as great. That's what I think. I don't think it's going to be, I think they're going to be giving her charges of manslaughter. That's what I think. Certain degrees of manslaughter, but I don't see any murder charges on her at all because of the nature of what happened. And it's not as intricate. You see what I'm saying? It's not like she had a knee on her neck, on his neck. It's not like there was a tussle. There was nothing else, meaning like a tussle with her hands on him and all that. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if there's going to be as big of a case when it comes to that story. Games and gossip. Oh, okay. Trista is games and gossip. Okay. All right. Thank you for being on YouTube and on Facebook. I appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for the information, Trista. I do appreciate you giving us that information. But I will be covering it on the show tomorrow morning for sure, because that one was something I had found out right before I started this show this evening. And so, of course, I want to look it up and, you know, dive into it before I go any further into this. I didn't even know what the girl's name was. All I saw was a headline saying that there was a 15-year-old girl that was shot and killed by the cops in Ohio. And which is tragic. And again, another situation, once again, which which sucks. It's tragic. It's very, very tragic. What are you guys talking about? What are they talking about? She was a robot, Bob?
Small Wonder.
Oh,
and
Small
the
Wonder.
Show
Yeah.
with
Great
with
show.
the robot girl.
Yeah. Small Wonder.
Name.
Small Wonder.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. She's a small wonder. Da-na-na-na-na-na. She's a small wonder. Da-na-na-na-na-na. She's a miracle. Da-na-na-na. I don't know why I know all these songs, but this is the stuff amazing. I grew up with.
That's amazing. That's a gift that you have for sure. Because I can't recall any of the songs.
She's a small wonder. She'll make your dreams come true. Da 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 da. Something like that. Alf was a great show too. Alf was really good too. Yeah, we're going down that route.
Doogie Howser, the kid doctor. That's a good one.
Yeah. Running a blog post about watching the verdict on your channel. Do I have your permission to use your clips? Please. I wonder what the blog is about, because if you're using it in a negative way, hail to the no, Trista. I'm just saying that out loud. I don't know what you're going to be using those clips for, so that's what I'd like to know before I say yes or no. Is that fair? I think that's fair. You know what I'm saying? I think that's fair. Punky Brewster was a great show, too. You know what I'm saying? Wait, Nerd, why would you say that you love Alf because he loves eating cats? Why? Sorry, that just took my focus on that completely different. Sure, Trista. That's fine. That's fine. She said about watching the verdict with you. Yes, fair. Sorry, not making fun of anybody. She just said yes, SSSSS. Fair. So, yes, fair. Sure. That's fine. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the scrambled porn. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Cats are delish. Bob, what the hell are you talking about? Living single. That was a great song. The great show, too.
Yeah,
Rose just said that.
The show that launched Friends, pretty much.
Basically. Yep. That was a great show. That was a great show, too. That was a great show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now we got DuckTales. We got Living Single. We all over the place. You know what I mean? She meant a different cat, Pascal. Oh. Whoops. Okay. Is that what? Really? No, he liked eating cats. He really liked eating cats. Not the Stussy. We ain't talking about no Stussy. He ain't talking about that other kitty cat. We talking about actual. You know that one.
Alley cats.
Alley cats. Well, you know. Why must I chase the cat?
Always pop.
You know what I mean? Nothing but the dog in me. Y'all are ridiculous. But anyway, speaking of chocolate chip cookies, I'm kind of getting hungry.
Yeah, right. It is National Munchie Day, so
I guess it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, trust me. If I was partaking in if I was partaking in 420, there would be no show right now. I would not be able to function.
Hey, well, you know what? Snoop Dogg actually does shows when he's high. How come you can't do that?
He's high all day, every day. Can you imagine me being high? I'm already all over the place. Can you imagine me being high? That would not be fun. That would not be fun. I'm already all over the place.
Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you kind of, straighten up.
Oh, you think that'll just make me laser-like focus?
Yeah.
No, that just makes me lazy. You see what I'm saying? It just makes me lazy. I would just be like, Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal sounds really good right now, man. Like that would be me.
Yeah, that's you.
You see what I'm saying?
And peanut butter.
Peanut butter all day. Spoonfuls of peanut butter. You know what I'm saying? Until I'm dehydrated, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, though. I'm weird like that. You know what I'm saying? Nur is one hilarious human being. I'm just going to let you know.
Yeah.
She's English by birth, but she grew up in Germany. I swear to God, one day I need to like write a script, like a soap opera script, just from
based on the characters.
Just from the comments.
Yeah,
that'd be hilarious. Do you understand how hilarious that would be?
I mean? Great comedy to have like a sitcom of characters based off our fam here. You know, imagine Panda Loco. You know what I'm saying?
Oh dear God! Oh no! Oh no!
He's like the Urkel of the show. He comes in, and the whole scene takes the whole scene, and everyone's like, "What the heck is going on?"
He's like, "Why is he doing this? What is he?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Did I do that? You know what I mean?
By the way, he came back last week for Snoop Dogg's podcast.
Siri hates me when I do the English accent. She said, "I love you," but when you do an English accent, it makes me want to smack you upside the head. Okay, I'll stop. The Pascalians.
The Pascalians. Yes. That's cool name.
Yes. And you know, and like very, very, very dramatic music in the background. You know what I mean? Like As the World Turns type of music. You know. Or I should do it very heightened, like a
X-Files.
I was gonna say like a soap opera from like Telemundo.
Ah, yeah.
So I'm saying like a telenovela. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, that'd be funny. The Littles. Oh yeah, of course I do. Wow.
Never heard of it.
Wow, the Littles. Wow, that's a little bit of a left turn. Hold up. The Littles. I can't do that because she wants to smack me upside the head if I try to do any British anything now. So I'm not going to do that.
The Office.
I like her. One. I like. I like Siri. I don't want her angry.
Shameless. Yeah, Shameless. That'd be a good show that we can replicate.
Dear God. That would be pretty much. This show. Just one big cluster F.
Movie Shameless Part 2.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see that happening.
Jesus.
Yeah,
great show when it was good. It was good when it was good.
I haven't watched it in like 3 years, so I don't know.
Man, oh man. That's some funny stuff.
Like a Shameless and Office mix of a show.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
You want to know something really just messed up? Is that we are all very close and we've never met in the flesh before. Like I rock with Mr. T. Well, I mean I rock with T, right?
Mr. T.
That's weird to say Mr. T. Right. But I rock with T. You know what I mean? This is my boy. But I've never met him in the flesh. I've never met him in person. From my understanding, he's a lot shorter than me.
Yeah, I'm like 5'9.5".
Bruh, and I'm 6'4". Yeah. And it's funny because I think you're pretty tall. Like in my head, I'm like talking to you and seeing you here because I only see you from basically like the chest up, from the nipples up. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I mean? I'm going, this dude tall. You know, like skinny and tall. But no, 5'9". See what I'm saying? And I'm a very big guy. You know what I mean? I'm 6'4" and 200, probably now close to 260. Damn. Freaking ice cream. But 250 on a good day. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When I'm pushing the weight. You know what I mean? But that's crazy. Nur is 5'9".
And she's tall.
So she's tall. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's tall.
But we should. I don't know. We
gotta find a way next year, like post COVID, to get like one big behind Airbnb. And just stay in there for a weekend or something.
Man, I would kill for that. Like we all just chip in.
24/7.
Oh man, that'd be hilarious. We all chip into like this big ass Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? And then we all just go there. We all get COVID tested. You know, we all get the COVID tests and we just go and kick it. That'd be kind of fun.
That'd be, and like have like a live recording or whatever you want to do. Maybe chop it up later on, put it out there. But that'd be a dope ass experiment. The real world, the Pascal world. Yeah.
Whoa, Chris CCC is 5'2".
Okay.
I don't see that.
Wow.
Oh, damn. Shay is 5. I remember she talked to us about that. She was like, I'm just really short. I'm like I'm under 5 foot. That'd be short though. Jasmine is 5'6". See, and I would think like maybe 5'9". Just from the name alone. Mark Jones said 5'11". Did I see that?
It's a good height.
Yeah, it's a good Christian height. It's a good Christian height. You know what I'm saying?
No space lasers, Bob. Hilarious.
Ooh, Stacy, that would be fun. Like some big, huge, like meetup. You know what I'm saying? Just one big ass meetup. That'd be fun. We all get together in one particular city and we just go kick it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go drink. You feel me? That'd be fun. Seriously. Get a little fun drinking. Constructive drinking. And we would not allow ourselves to talk about anything serious. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter if anything big happened. No shootings. No 19 talk. You know what I'm saying? None of those things. That'd be fun. As soon as you're done with school. Shay, when are you done with school, girl? That's what I'd like to know with your 5 foot ass. Wait, Cecilia is 5'2"?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Nur, I don't trust you with the bartending. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Nur should not be trusted. She should not be trusted with the liquor. No.
We'll be
She'll just be like, keep drinking. You got it in 9 months, though? Damn. Okay.
So
damn. That's a long time, yo.
Yeah.
That's a long ass time,
right?
man.
That'd be the winter. That'd be like January at the latest. So
yeah, I guess so.
So next year would be 2022, post COVID, hopefully.
Yeah. If they're not, tired of hearing me talk by then that'd be great. It's a 3-year program. Okay. Or we all fly out to Germany and we all shack up at Siri's place.
So, some reason I imagine like a castle kind of looking house. I don't know why.
Oh,
like
her place?
Like a monarchish. Yeah.
She has.
I don't know why.
Yeah, she has men on on trumpets. You know what I mean, like that. Hear ye, hear ye. You know, he's got his hand in his shirt like this. You know what I'm saying, like he's Napoleon as he speaks. Her mail comes in scrolls. They're actually dropped off by a hawk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what the hell?
Oh, yeah.
Schnitzel and beer. That'd be fun. Make it an overseas thing.
Or we can go to Australia. It's the Malaya.
Malaya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Roy. See some kangaroos. Crikey. That'll be great. That'd be fun.
They have burgers.
Huh?
Kangaroo burgers are pretty popular down there.
Kangaroo burgers? Did you say?
Yeah, look it up. Seriously. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look at that.
Yeah.
I am treading on thin ice. I am so sorry, Mark. I'm sorry, Siri. It's Siri that I'm angering. I don't want to
cut your head off.
She's gonna be mad at me because
off of his head.
See, now you want to smack T upside his head. Do you see what happened there, Siri? I didn't do nothing. It was his fault.
Points. Sorry.
He did that himself. That was his fault. Disney World would be fun. Oh, man. Well, okay. So much for a speak on it. But how about this? Tomorrow morning, there will be a Speak On It show, or there will be a Speak On It segment tomorrow. Tomorrow morning show. I promise you that. Okay? Tomorrow morning show, we're going to be sitting down. We're going to talk. Okay? It was just nice to just blow off some steam and just obviously talk about some stuff, but just kind of kick it a little bit and just talk a little stupid. You know what I mean? Hey, okay, Siri, I'm fine with that. She said, you're the one who's going to have to listen to me rant about it next time I call. Joke's on you. That's fine. That's fine. Then, okay. That's fine. That's fine, love. That's fine. That's totally fine. Cheerio. Why do we think that they say cheerio?
Movies.
Why do we? I know, but why?
It's
Like, no.
movies. That's what it
I've
is.
never seen a modern day British show. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like Bridgerton, okay? Bridgerton. If it's Bridgerton, that's another story. I'm talking about modern day. You don't see people going, "Hey, mate, cheerio." You don't see that. Oi, cheerio. You don't. I don't hear people say that in British movies. You know what I'm saying? Because you watch Mary Poppins. Yeah, that's true. And it's funny because Dick Van Dyke is not British at all. And he had the worst accent ever. Yet he still got the job. He still got the gig. Just interesting. No one ever has said cheerio. She said that in bold. She said that in caps, y'all. She said that in all caps. She wanted to make sure I heard all of that. I heard you, Siri, all the way from Germany. Dick Van Dyke makes your ears bleed. Damn, that's serious. He's a really great comedic physical actor, though. He was genius back in the day. People loved his ass. Everybody loved them some Dick. It's his name. By the way, can I ask this really quick before I jump off here? Why? First off, why would any person go, I want to, my name's Richard, but I'm going to call myself Dick? When you already know what that slang term is for. I'm just saying, out loud. Who in their right mind says, you know, my name's Richard. I could go with Rick. No, I'm going for Dick. Why? ¿Por qué? Who does that? And then what parent would give their child a name that would go with Dick? Don't worry, I'll wait. Not all at the same time now. This is when you tune in, you chime in, T. I mean, you know. Just saying. What are other names? Like, there's Dick, Richard Dick. There's some other names too, but it's like, why would you give somebody a name? Because then they have free will later on to sit there and go, no, I don't. I'm not cool with the Richard. I'm not cool with Rich, and I ain't cool with Rick. You know, for some weird reason, Dick really rings true in my heart. So I'm gonna call myself Dick. Why?
Dick Johnson.
Dick Johnson.
Dick Cummings.
Dick Cummings. Peter. People, you know, like, I'm not going to name Peter. Because you got Pete, Peter. That's all you got. Right? But Dick. No. No, buddy. No. We're close now. You can call me Dick. It's weird. No? It's kind of weird. Harry Peters? That's wrong. That's just wrong. You know what I'm saying? Any of those with the names. You know what I mean? Any of those names. Just a little wrong. But anyway, Left Turn. Long Duck Dong. That is from 16 Candles, I think. That is 16 Candles. Oh my God. We just went there. Long Duck Dong. Yes, I remember that. Hey, sexy girlfriend. Or something like that. He says it. Yeah, he's drunk. He gets drunk. Something like that. Anyway. And I think that character's pretty racist now. Considered racist? Sorta? Is he? Yeah. Siri's like, that's so racist. It is. It's real. Shay's like, it's amazing. That's racist. Okay. The foreign exchange student that gets drunk. He gets with the thick girl in the movie. You've never seen 16 Candles, bruh. Not even on like that random like cable or
nah.
You know, like
I heard of it. Never watched it before.
Oh wow. It's the epitome of the 80s, pretty much.
Is it pretty bad? Cheesy?
It's cheesy, yeah. Yeah,
okay.
It's cheesy. I mean, I think that any of the things that are going on in the movie cannot apply to real life on TV now.
No.
Could never. Not never. But anyway, guys, T, thank you so much for being on. I really do appreciate it. Sorry I got to jump off here right now. I appreciate all you guys. You guys are all amazing. You know what I'm saying? Okay? You guys be safe. Have a great night. I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay? Thanks for going off-road with me in the conversation today. We went far left, but we good. We will right this ship again. Okay? And if ever you meet a guy named Richard, make sure he's cool with you calling him Dick. Anyway, got to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.